Hello, everybody. Welcome to the United Stand. Good afternoon. A little bit of an extra show today. Obviously, we broke the news earlier on. Well, you all seen it. Antony has been confirmed by United. Mark's been over that. We've been talking about it on a Twitter space earlier on. If you didn't actually watch that, then do. Next time we do announce it, come and join us on our next Twitter space to discuss it. Me, Beth, and Charlie were on there with Mark as well. So make sure you stay tuned to us on our socials. They're all below. Do follow us on Twitter and Instagram. We're talking about everything that has gone down. We're going to go into a bit of detail about the signings that are done because it's my belief, especially, and a lot of other people's, that this is it for United now. The window is done. It's shut. Who else can we bring in? We're going to go through every single player. Guys, don't forget, join in the comment section. I'm going to ask you just to mark out the signings out of 10 to go along, just for simplicity reasons. Starting with the latest through the door, the goalkeeper, Martin Dubravka. What do we reckon to Dubravka? I mean, he's just a stopgap, some would say. Someone just to come in when De Gea isn't available. If you did listen to us on the Twitter space not so long ago, I was saying, look at what Ten Hag has done so far and who he has dropped. So he won't have a problem. If Dubravka gets a chance, comes in and fits Ten Hag's system better than what he thinks David De Gea is, i.e., in terms of how he plays out, how he comes off his line, can he play sweeper keeper? If he fits the bill better than what De Gea is in terms of Ten Hag's system, then I said it before, don't expect to David De Gea to come necessarily straight back in. This is a good second goalkeeper for us. It is loan, not costing a lot. 5 million if you want to keep him on at the end of the season. God knows what's going to happen with Henderson when he comes back. So options, which is good for us. Options to mess around with. It's not going to cost us too much money if we don't just send him back to Newcastle at the end of the season. But I said it. Don't be surprised if Dubravka plays more games than what people expect this season. Ten Hag is all about system. He's a system manager. Yes, De Gea is a better shot stopper. And all around, he is going to be a better goalkeeper than Dubravka. We can confidently say that. But will Dubravka fit a certain style of play better than David De Gea? Well, the answer to that, well, we don't know. If he does, then I can see Ten Hag playing him more. But he is, as we know, a number 2. And that's where we'll leave it at that for now. David De Gea is not going anywhere. He's not being replaced straight away. Dubravka, for me, I would put him in a sort of 6, 7, 8 out of 10 sort of signing. Does the job that we want him to, and will be a good cover when we need it. That's what I'll say with Dubravka. Cost us nothing. Let's move on swiftly because we're going to get into the interesting stuff. Another player who didn't cost us a lot of money is Eriksen, Christian Eriksen. It was the simplest transfer of the summer. As soon as it became available and you knew it was a player there with the quality that Eriksen's got that can add that little bit more to United going forward, that bit more quality, that better ball into the box. And we were all thinking, Ronaldo will be licking his lips at the sign of Eriksen walking through the door for Manchester United. His quality of delivery, especially. Christian Eriksen has to be up there as top mark. I mean, you break the transfer down. If you got value for money, yes, big time. Right age, yes. Experience level, yes. With that age, he's played at the highest level. Yes, we all know what happened to Christian Eriksen, and it is just good simply to see him back on the pitch. With Brentford last season and now with us this season. But you got to look at it. This is a serious signing for Manchester United. He's played pretty much in every single game he's been available for and has contributed in every single one. We look so much better on the ball, and we've got another player who can take that ball in awkward situations, in awkward positions, anywhere on the pitch, and comfortably move it out to someone else. I'd rather a McTominay or a Fred be passing it out to Eriksen than McTominay passing it to Fred. I said Fred or McTominay. We'll come on to the rest of the signs in a minute if they even come into the team this season. But just to have one of them there and Eriksen to pass to, and the way Ten Hag plays, I think works absolutely perfect for us. If you're asking me what you're going to rate Eriksen out of 10 as a signing, I would say, honestly, for value, for what he brings, the quality he brings, the age that he is, still only 30. I think 30 is the new 25 these days. You only have to look at the likes of Thiago Silva at Chelsea and how well he's still playing. The way the players look after themselves these days. 30s people are saying, you're buying a player over 30. Well, we're not buying him. He was free. And 30, let's be honest, is nothing these days for Premier League football. Everyone is fit as a fiddle. We've got a 37-year-old striker on our books at the moment in Cristiano Ronaldo, who we're dying to stay and keep because he's got 20 goals in him a season. So for me, definitely an 8.5/9 out of 10 I would go for Eriksen. some 10 out of 10s, 7, 8 out of 10s. I'm just going to read through. I'm sure we just had a super chat just come in there a second ago. Yes, there it is from Sean O'Rourke. It says, rate outgoings, incomings, then aggregate the two. We're not going to go that deep into it, mate, but cheers for the super chat. We are just talking about the incomings. There probably will be another show that we do actually with the outgoings. And then I think in terms of what's gone out, what's come in, I'm actually happier with the players that have come in than the ones that have gone out. I'll say that now, but we'll go in detail on another show in that. Good point, actually. We should make another video on that about the transfer window when it's finished and who has left and who has come in. Eriksen, I'm going to write these down here. So we're going 7 out of 10 for Dubravka. We're going to go 8.5/9, I think, for Eriksen. Some people giving him a 10. I don't understand. 7 out of 10. I don't understand why or where 7 out of 10s come from. Not quite with it. I would say minimum 8 for me because it cost us nothing. And he's better than what we had and definitely gives us another dimension. He's got a great injury record. What is he not to like? I don't think so. Anyway, moving on. Next in line is revelation, in my eyes, in Tyrell Malacia. The first player through the door, 13.5 million to be exact. What do we reckon? Malacia. I mean, there is a poll there up in the chat right now that's just been added kindly. Malacia, for me, has probably been up there with one of the best signings we've made off first impressions. I would definitely rate his tenacity alongside the likes of Patrice Evra. Not just saying that because he played the same position, but in his attitude in the game, his ferociousness in the tackle, he's fearless. His energy levels are off the scale. I remember talking outside of Southampton at weekend saying whatever supplements, whatever diet that Malacia is on, that needs to be spread out to the rest of the team because he's a live wire. He's a firework. He literally does not stop working from the first minute to the last minute. And you know what? He's got quality on the ball, which adds to that position that we didn't have before. No disrespect to Luke Shaw. He has had some good seasons and some good moments. But let's be honest. I do believe that if we're looking at rating Malacia, he's going down as a 9 for me personally. A 9. TG in with a super chat. Hi, Adam. Your professional opinion on this summer. I'd mark it as around about a 7.5, 8 out of 10 in terms of overall. Summer has been a mess in terms of preparation with Ten Hag and pre-season and getting the players in that he wants. I think it was very reactional to the noises that were coming out from the protest and Sir Jim Ratcliffe actually looking to buy the football club. I do believe that has prompted the signings that we've just seen the last couple of weeks. Because let's be honest, we had Rabiot ready to sign for us. And all of a sudden, Rabiot and Arnautovic. We've gone from that to Casemiro and Antony. So I think there was a reaction there. I think it's a reactional summer from United. Definitely not a proactive one. They did not back Ten Hag at the start. And I think they've just done that now through need from the poor start to the season. But back to Malacia, definitely a 9 out of 10 for me. Price, age, quality, he brings everything to us. His longevity, there is a sell-on value, if you want to look at it that way. His energy, his speed, his control on the ball, his tenacity, he brings absolutely everything to that position for us that we did not have before in Luke Shaw. And to be fair, I think we've said it after both games now against Liverpool and against Southampton that Luke Shaw is going to have to get lucky to get back in this team, whether that be Europa League coming up and some nothing games in that average group, which it is, or I dread the thought of Malacia getting actually injured. So for me, Luke Shaw doesn't get back in. Malacia has been a revelation. He gets a 9 out of 10 in terms of transfer rating for me, and definitely one of United's better signings over the years anyway. I don't know where that poll is or what that poll's finished up with, but for me, definitely the fourth bracket, I'm going to guess, is where it's gone on the vote. 7 to 8 of you. 52% of you went 7 to 8. I'm disappointed. I want to know why. I want the explanations as to why that is why that's actually so low. I mean, 7 to 8 is still not a bad score, but I just think he could have done better. That's all I think. 2,500 voted. And they're the results. I was saying that 42% went 9-10. So I'll give you that. I'll give you that one at least. But for the reasons that I've just explained now, it just brings so much more and just makes me feel so much more confident within our defense, especially when passing it out, because I feel like he can do something with the ball. He's got the speed to recover as well, which is key, definitely. If we're going to play Ten Hag well eventually, there are going to be mistakes. You're going to need recovery speed. You're going to need that energy to get back. And I think he's got all of that. That's how I see it. We're looking at Alessandro Martinez next. 51.5 million. This is where the window started to actually get a little bit tasty money-wise for United. But he was criticised for his height straight away. First 2 games of the season, that was pinpointed because Brighton and Brentford both went long ball and targeted him. And next to Maguire, this was just never, ever going to work. It wasn't going to work. We tried to play Ten Hag ball in the first 2 games of the season, and it epically failed because we didn't have the quality of player or the right combination of player playing in the positions we needed. And it was no surprise that Ten Hag flipped it completely on its head and took Maguire out of the team, took Shaw out of the team straight away for the Liverpool game, especially after that Brentford performance. I think Martinez was made a scapegoat, I thought unfairly, thrown in at the deep end alongside Maguire. And we've seen players play alongside Maguire that have not prospered, that have regressed, really. Now, we put Martinez next to a quality outfit in Varane, and straight away you're looking at a different player altogether. The player that we thought we was buying. And this is credit to Ten Hag for actually realising straight away after 2 games that the other players in this team are just not good enough. They didn't have what was necessary. And credit to him for dropping them. The Maguires and the Shaws were affecting us in these games. We're not good enough. Lo and behold, we've gone from 2 games with Shaw and Maguire starting, conceding 6 goals, to 2 games with Malacia and Martinez and Varane, to conceding 1 goal against, you could argue, better opposition, definitely in Liverpool, and a game that Southampton, we always notoriously struggle in. Clean sheet there as well. I can't remember the last time we had a clean sheet at Southampton. So you got to look at it there and go, Martinez next to Varane, Ten Hag finds the right partnership. We've moved forward with that and we look 20 times better for it. So I look at it and I go, Martinez is a 9 out of 10 as well. You got to be pushing. I'm guessing like that 4th box there with 9 to 10 is going to be where this vote goes. I'd be amazed if anyone goes lower than 9 to 10. 7 to 8, I can half understand because of the start, but for reasons like I just explained there in terms of Ten Hag throwing him under the bus. But thankfully, Ten Hag realising straight away that there's a better partnership. We've got better players there. Everyone knew the problem. Ten Hag has just finally come out as the manager that backed us up in this and said, no, it's all about Martinez and Varane. The combination works better for me. And Malacia alongside Martinez, that pace and tenacity there, that seen the end of Salah in that game. Yes, Salah got his scrappy goal in the end, but that pretty much nullified him. The battle with Ched Adams at Southampton was one that I think Southampton were banking on bullying Martinez, but he held his own and Malacia backed him up on that side. So I thought it was superb. And for that reason, Martinez definitely gets a 9 out of 10 for me in terms of rating of signing. Worth the money, yes. Control on the ball, yes. And definitely brings a steal to that defence that's been missing since the Manu Vidic, in my opinion. Very similar. And no wonder he's got the nickname The Butcher. The vote's in on that one. I don't know what it was. I missed the score that it was just then, but 9 to 10 wins it. There you go. That's all you need to know. 9 to 10 absolutely cruised it. It's exactly how I thought it would go down. And do you know what? Good to see a defender that actually defends and loves defending. 52% of you went 9 to 10. 41% went. I'd love to know that 1% that went 1 to 3. Are you just botting? Are you just trolling? Is that what you're doing right now? Is that your way? Because you're off your rocker. That's simple as that. Moving on. Casemiro. We've not seen too much. Well, you don't even have to judge him. He's world class. Let's put it that way. I remember the question was asked to Casemiro. It was a great response, to be honest, because everyone was scratching their head. He's like, he's left Real Madrid. Why has he left Real Madrid? a double winning season for Real Madrid. And I remember doing the news when Casemiro was signed. I did the breaking news here on the United Stand, and it was I broke it down as like how well United have done to actually get a player that's just won La Liga and Champions League double. I was like, we definitely pulled off a career. We literally got the best in the business for a position that we needed for 10 years, for the last 10 years, at a time in the transfer window when we thought it was all done and dusted, when we thought we would finish, that we weren't getting anyone. We thought we were getting Rabiot. And then all of a sudden, bang, in comes Casemiro. Nah, that literally came out of nowhere. And in terms of rating this player, and he was asked, and I'll go back to what I said, he asked, like, is it a problem for you not playing in the Champions League? Are you bothered about not playing in the Champions League? And his response was, I've got 5 already. He said it in his interview. He said he wanted a new challenge. It's a monumental challenge coming to Manchester United, yes, but look at what happened when he came on against Southampton. You felt, and I was there in the United way end at Southampton. When he came on, you felt solid. You felt secure. In games and years gone by at Southampton, or in that particular game, with no disrespect to Southampton, a team that you play in, a lesser team away from home, United might have buckled and they might have sneaked a draw out of that. Casemiro coming in, it sort of just changed the atmosphere within the fan base. It changed your mindset of how the game was going to go. It felt like you were just adding quality off the bench, and Southampton weren't going to get through. There was never a moment in that second half. I can't remember the last time I felt like that, when you thought that Southampton were going to get that equaliser. It was just one of sheer confidence that a player coming on was just going to add even more to us. And it's been a while since we've done that, or since I've felt that. I think Casemiro is the signing of the summer, and that's how far I will go. For us, especially, for Manchester United to attract this type of player, and yeah, you'll moan at the price tag or whatever. I mean, you're buying a multiple Champions League winner, double La Liga Champions League winner from last season in his prime, with the injury record that he's got, 62 games last season for Real Madrid, and you're bringing him into Manchester United after their worst season ever in the Premier League. This is the signing of the summer. This is the ultimate, in my opinion. World class, best in position, best in class. Can't play anywhere else on the pitch but there. That one position United have been crying out for God knows how many years. Done, dusted, doesn't need to be worried about ever again, because Casemiro, well, maybe 4 or 5 years when Casemiro moves on or retires, whatever he does, we'll look at it again. But we just give ourselves at least 4 years, in my opinion, of having that central holding midfielder, something that we haven't had for 10. So I would say signing of the summer, 10 out of 10. I would be amazed if any of you went away from that 9 to 10 box on this vote. See, this is where I don't understand it. So the price is how people are looking at this. Okay, look at what he brings. United in our position, no Champions League football, off the worst season ever. Are you expecting United to get deals for the quality of player that Casemiro is? It's absolutely level in terms of 7 to 8 and 9 to 10 on the voting poll. So for me, I can see why people would bring it up, but what do you expect? You expect to get him at a snip? I mean, this is Manchester United, like I said, off the back of that crap season. We're having to do whatever we can. The only thing I would say is, and it's not on Casemiro, and it's not for it affecting us going forward this season. It's just the fact that the way the club have been this preseason is where people would look at it. But that's no slant on Casemiro. I mean, the signing is absolutely amazing. I'm absolutely chuffed with Casemiro coming in. And you can see straight away, even his cameo role against Southampton, how good he is and what he's going to bring. For me, definitely no issue at all with that. I'm going 10 straight in. Best in class. Let's do it. Casemiro, hopefully he starts against Leicester on Thursday, and we can finally put McFred to bed. The Mick part of the McFred combination is clinging on at the moment. He had a good game against Southampton. That's 1 in a million for McFred. Sorry, for McTominay. But let's be honest, it's Casemiro. It's Casemiro. He's won everything there is at club level. He's going straight in the team, in my opinion. Brilliant signing of the summer for anyone, I think. When you put everything in perspective and drop it and break it all down, like we said, United trying to attract players, trying to get players in that actually we need of the quality that's going to change us. To get Casemiro, I think was just off the scale, like ridiculous. I still don't know to this day how we managed to do that deal. I really don't, but I'm not complaining one bit. I'm just happy that we managed to get him and get a player of that quality over the line, signed, sealed, delivered for us. Moving on to the last signing, which I do think will be the last signing of the summer. I can't see us signing anybody else, to be fair. I don't think we will now going forward. I think it's going to be a struggle. And I do think United's checkbook is closed. But the last signing of the summer, it was the big one. I think, what was it, third in terms of our players, most expensive players of all time behind Pogba and Lukaku. And we know how well they did. Let's hope it doesn't go down the same road. This player is young. This player has got potential. He's oodling that. He oodles quality, and he gets you off. He gets you on the edge of your seat. He's an exciting player to watch. He's that player, that flair player that we've not had for a while, that can just do something different for you. I think I go back as far as saying Ronaldo days. That player that came in, the unexpectedness. You didn't know what was going to happen. That's the type of player we've got here. But in all of this and breaking this down, I'm guessing that this is going to go 7 or 8 in terms of the voting poll, this one, because the price tag is probably where it's going to let him down. Like it has. I'm just going off what you people are saying there. I am going to bring up the super chats. I'm not going to let them go as they go up there. So just got another super chat in there from Blink. Mumu says, we should really keep Ghana, work as an understudy to Casemiro. I do believe we should keep Ghana as well. I don't think Ghana's gone anywhere yet, actually. I'm going to have to double check on that, but I'm pretty certain he's still not left. There are rumours of him going. But yeah, do get your super chats in as well, guys. I'm going to read all of them out as we go along now. Just bear with me a second. I'm just going to bring up the other one there. I've marked him down only because we placed all deals on hold for a player. Sorry, that's just gone off my screen. For a player never going to get and then overpaid. I understand that logic. I see what you're saying in that. But I'm looking at this in terms of Casemiro. I'm looking at it going, it's because of the price tag. It's because we were desperate. It's because we needed it. But just to get that player in a United shirt is where it goes for me. And I think that's where we have to look at it. We have to look at what's on the pitch this season compared to what we had last season. Antony's in the same. People are going to mark him down simply because of that price tag. We've been muted. We've been talking about him for a long time, all summer. I think behind Frankie de Jong, Antony was the one. I still can't believe we managed to get Antony from Ajax in terms of how many players, how much of their staff we've taken in one summer. We took the best that there was. They're still top of the league, by the way. 4 wins from 4, so clearly affected. Ajax on that one. Credit to them. That's just the way they roll. Move on. Next in line. Next talent coming through. So that's how you run football clubs. That's how Ajax roll. We're not bothered as long as Antony performs. And why I think Antony is probably pushing towards 8 and 9 is because he's the manager's player. He played again with Ten Hag last season. He knows what's coming. He fits in seamlessly to the system, like Martinez does, and like Malacia has done. Eriksen, pretty much the same. He knows how Ten Hag plays. They've all got a connection. They all know. Malacia probably the one who you would say is a bit out there because he didn't play directly with the Ajax team. But you got to look at the connection there to Ten Hag. And for me, I look at it and I go, this is a great signing, not only because of the age, the quality that he brings, what difference he's going to make to the team. Is he better than what we've got up there? Yes, at the moment. Yeah, unproven in the Premier League, I know, and we're not going to know for definite. But when you look at it, he plays week in, week out for Brazil. He's in there all the time. And he's a player that's going to improve that right-hand side for us. I think Sancho will go out to the left, 2 inverted wingers with the fullbacks that bomb on past them, just like Ten Hag likes. Fits perfectly into the system. Like I said, that is key in all of this and why I sort of mark some players up. It's like, if you know that man's coming in, yeah, it's a big price tag, but he's going to fit seamlessly into a system that he already knows. It's a win-win. It's got to up the rating, surely. The price, we got stung. I'm not going to lie. It's why I think it's going to be 7 to 8 on this poll. we absolutely got taken to the cleaners. We seem to do at least once every summer, don't we? There's always one player that absolutely we get rinsed for. But in fairness, this one I think has got the potential to be worth the money in the long term. Like I said, young, longevity, you've got everything going for him. We just hope that he can take to that United shirt and handle the pressure that wearing that United shirt brings, which pretty much brings us to the end of this. And to round it up, someone did ask me a question in a super chat earlier on. There's another super chat there. I'm just going to bring up. 1 second. I'm just going to get rid of this. Bear with me a second, everyone. Just struggling to get my super chats up. Where are they? There we go. Max.n says, the winner are the clubs United bought players off. I can see where you're coming from that. It's a bit sour, to be honest. I'm sort of looking more on the positive side of things. The players we've got in are actually better than what we've got from last season. Protosaurus Rex comes in with a super chat. The players that came in were needed, but the Glazers and board's awful negotiation strategy means having to overpay players again. I really like the signings, though. That's where we're stuck in between. We've got the right players, but we've gone about it the wrong way. That pretty much sums up how everyone's looking at the transfer window for Manchester United. Why? How did we get them? Could we have done it better? 100%. I mean, I was there the whole pre-season, and Ten Hag had one signing. That's it. The rest was working with what we had last season. That's not preparation. Antonio Conte was sat with his feet up in a cigar, just like Arteta, just like Pep Guardiola, organised football club signings in, done, sealed, integrated in pre-season. Thank you. Let's start the season with a bang. And lo and behold, City, where are they? Yeah, they're up there. Where are Arsenal? Right up there. Yeah, and where's Spurs? Oh, yeah, they're up there as well because they had good preparation. That's why. They got their deals done early. They backed the manager when he needed backing, and they give him the best preparation opportunity possible. Luckily for us, we've got a manager, and this is the biggest plus of the summer. This is the biggest plus for Manchester United. We've got a manager in Ten Hag that realised straight away, before it got stupidly bad, that he had to change the players on the pitch. He had to bring in something different. Yes, he played Maguire the first two games. Even like all other managers before probably thought, United wouldn't spend 80 million on a centre-back and he's no good. Surely, he plays for England every single week. They do great in the major tournaments. There must be a player here. You can understand why you would think that and see that. In pre-season, the pressure's off. But I knew as soon as the chips were down, I said this in pre-season, I said, let's see what Ten Hag thinks of these players as soon as the pressure's on in the Premier League. And again, Harry Maguire failed. Luke Shaw failed. And what's he done? Taking him straight out of the team. Fred as well. We've not seen Fred since that catastrophe at Brentford. We've not seen Maguire or Shaw. He's the first manager to realise straight away and adapt to it. That's what's important. And that's what we've got to look as the biggest positive that we've got going forward. Yes, we've got all the garbage with the Glazers. We still need the Glazers out of this football club. But in terms of what's happening on the pitch and the manager we've got in the dugout, it's looking a lot better than what it did last season. Maybe we can actually get the Glazers out and have something to cheer on the pitch. That's what we're looking at ultimately. Michael Fretty says, what's your opinion on Sancho always getting subbed before Rashford? Is it just with Rash that outlet possibility? Is it club/media favoritism? I think there's an element of both, Michael, on that, mate. I think the club are determined to make Rashford the pin-up poster boy. He's come through the youth system. They need that new poster boy. Ronaldo, I think, time's numbered. We've got one more season at most, even if he does stay. Honestly, I do think the club are trying to make Rashford. They want him to be the one that runs the club, basically, in terms of the advertisement, what they do, the branding of Manchester United. They want it to be Rashford. You can see that. He's everywhere with the club. And yeah, he may work on that side of it. In terms of on the pitch, I could have said with Ten Hag then, he's not afraid to drop the egos, how long they've been at the club, the price tags. It doesn't matter to Ten Hag. I do believe it'll be the same with Rashford. Because if Martial's fit, I don't think Rashford starts because Martial goes in the middle. And I do think that Sancho and Antony will go either side. There is going to be the debate whether he will play or will start we'll start Rashford ahead of Sancho simply because of what Michael just said. Then why is Rashford always the one that stays on the pitch ahead of Sancho? Does that mean the same when it comes to selecting Sancho over Rashford or vice versa? We will see on that, because I think Antony's going to answer that question because he comes straight in. I know Ten Hag's not changed the winning team yet, but now it's double game week, 2 games a week all the way through to the World Cup. He's going to be forced to change it. And I think we will find that the best team plays at the weekend. And on the Thursday night, we will see the second team. I think that's how it's going to be with Manchester United, I think, going forward, and Ten Hag. But I do think there'll be a little bit of chopping and changing, 1 or 2 players in between each. And I think Rashford, Sancho, Martial, Ronaldo, I think they're the 4. I think possibly, because I think Casemiro is going to play pretty much every single big game. But I would say them 4, and it's all within the forward setup as well. They're the ones that are probably going to jump in between each team for me. Premier League and Europa League, I think there will be 2. But I think they're the ones that you'll see more jumping from. I think there's a chance that them ones will play more in the better team, but also can be, I expect to see them in the Europa League team as well. But that is my rating, guys. Let me know if you think exactly the same. What do you reckon? Drop your comments in below. If you haven't watched this video live and you're just tuning in now on YouTube and catching up, drop your comments in below. Let me know your ratings out of 1 to 10 for all 6 signings. Dubravka, Eriksen, Malacia, Martinez, Casemiro, and Antony. In that order, I've broke mine down. Everyone else has made their comments. Let me know what you think. Drop your comments in below on the ratings for them. And rate the window, because I believe that that is it for United. Marks out of 10 for the window in general as well, everyone. Cheers for watching, everyone. We're going to round it up there. Like, share, and subscribe to the United Stand. As always, it's been a ball. Transfer deadline day is coming. Leicester on Thursday. It's a busy week. Stay tuned to United Stand for anything that drops United related, as always. And we'll see you on game day / deadline day. See you later, everybody. Bye-bye.